저기로 나오는데 터키 교신.
Nobody hails the key. Just do your business.
이게 약간 우주정거장 같은 데구나. 네이버와 대화하기.
You got your cut. Now get out of my face.
You said the take was 10K, but it was 30. Big difference on 40% of 10 versus 30.
You wanted 4K. You got 4K. Not my problem.
If you're stealing from me, you bet your ass it's your problem.
헐. 헐.
You kidding me? Way to make a mess
얘가
in front of my
네이버였구나.
new rook.
Hey, steal from me and get caught. Better off dead.
그럼 난 이거 훔쳐가야지.
Sounds like you did the fleet a favor. Now toss this body out of an airlock before it turns into a damn air freshener.
아 우주는 이게 좋다.
The
근데
hell took
시체
you so
처리하기가
long?
그냥
Forget
우주
how
밖에
to
던지면
grab
되는
jump
거야.
or something? Never apologize. Not if you want anyone
사과하지
in the fleet to
말라고?
respect you. And if they don't respect you, put a gun to their head and they'll get the message.
아 근데 친절하네.
All that aside, you made it. So now, you get to hear a nifty history lesson. Pencils ready? Good.
약간 미국 그 깜빵 같은 거 들어가는 거 보면은 그런 얘기 많이 하잖아. 얕잡아 보이지 않게 뭐 이렇게 처신하라고.
military star station, and now it's the fleet's base of operations.
식민지연합의
Might look a
우주정거장이었다.
little beat up on the outside, but we keep it together.
딱 봐도 쓰레기장 같습니다. 바로 아 이게 선을 잘 타야 되는 거잖아 이게. 이게 아차에서 넣으면은 너무 깝죽거린다고 죽을 수도 있지 않나?
Sure did. Right out from under their noses. Way before you or I were born, though.
되게
We've
옛날부터
held
있던
this station
해적단이에요.
for a very long time. Don't worry. Delgado will tell you all about it.
델가도가 도목이라고 했죠.
You think? And that's only part of it. I'll let Delgado fill you in on the whole story. He tells it better anyway. But I can give you the short version while we walk the station. Anyway, I'll tell you all about the key. But it's better if I show you too. Follow me.
Follow me.
So anyway, we were talking about the lock. About 100 years ago, the prisoners down there rioted and took over the place. After stealing some ships, they were actually able to make it up here. and
그게
take
이
over the
해적단의
key.
유래구나.
About
더
time
록이라는
you
깜빵에서 이제
I was
어떤
getting
범죄자들이
tired of
탈출해가지고
same old faces.
You're just ticked everyone's getting wise to your ridiculous prices, Aludra.
여긴 상점가네요.
Anyway, welcome to the depot, Rook, where you'll be lucky if these blood-sucking leeches don't bleed you completely dry. Let's move on. Back to my story. After the liberated prisoners grabbed the key, they established it as a base of operations and began pirating the spaceways. That was how the Crimson Fleet began. Of course, Jasper Cricks had a lot to do with all that, but we'll get to him later. We'll have a whole
there's
set
our
of
other new
systems
recruit.
on the run someday.
So,
젊네
now
되게
that we're all
생각보다.
here, it's time to get down to business. The two of you are the only rooks that have made the latest cut. The rest, well, let's just say they won't be joining us ever again. Neva's willing to put her neck on the line and vouch for you, which means you've got what it takes to join the Crimson Fleet. You'd better not disappoint, or you'll find yourself answering to me, personally. All right, let's get started here. When you sign up with the Crimson Fleet, you're in it for the long haul. No one quits. No one retires. The only way out
왠지
is
무섭네.
death. You stay loyal.
지금
or you
스파이로
pay the
들어온 거잖아
consequences.
우리는.
Fleet before friends. Fleet before family. Fleet before yourself.
그러게. 생각해보니까 또 그러네요. 해적 치고는 무슨 군대 같지?
Of course we have rules. If you think the Crimson Fleet was built on a lawless dream, think again. Our influence, our money, our respect comes from meticulous planning and every last soul in the fleet following my orders to the letter. That is why you need to learn to place the fleet before everything. Boss. Good. You're getting it already. I like that.
Can we get on with this? I want to get drunk at the last Nova.
I'm impressed. That is the first intelligent thing you have said this entire time, Mathis. Since you two seem so eager to move forward, let's get to your next job. Pack your cold weather gear, Rooks. Where we are going, you're going to need it.
Oh, God, don't tell me you're dragging him down to Suvarall for another one of your little
입대식.
initiation runs. 10 Johns to the surface, 12 dead Rooks. You'd think by now you would have given up on that goddamn campfire story.
무슨
Crix's legacy
입대식이길래
is no story, neighbor. We've got fresh eyes in the fleet. And if these two want to impress, they're going to help me search those ruins.
I hope you're right, Dale. That new code we grabbed for the lot cost us a ton of credits. And a decent captain.
This initiation, as Neva calls it, is your chance to
바로
see where
더럭인
it all
거야?
began. On Suvarall,
함대가 처음
with Jasper
시작된 곳.
Briggs.
더럭으로 가는 거야? 그 옛날
Briggs led
그
the riots
교도소?
that gave birth to the Crimson Fleet. And if his legacy is still out there, we're going to be the ones to find it.
설마 여기에 유물이 있진 않겠지?
Of course. Where else could I find such a perfect location to weed out any rooks who'd be wasting the fleet's time? Before Crix left the fleet, he left a message talking about a major score. One that would set up the fleet to be a big player in the settled systems. Somewhere down the line, they started calling it Crix's legacy. And everyone who's tried to find it has wound up empty-handed, missing, or dead. If we're gonna beat those odds, we'll first need a lead. And I would wager we will find one on
있긴 한
Suvarall.
거야 근데?
Dale's leaving out the best part. That this whole search is based on a handful of words on a very old slate.
아
Crix
뭔가
left a lot of big
있긴 했나
talk on that
보구나.
recording, and not a lot of facts. Some of us believe in it
일종의
more than
원피스 같은 게
others.
있는 거지 이게 지금.
Don't listen.
그곳에 두고 왔다.
When we get our hands on Crix's legacy, the fleet will be operating at a completely different level. We will become more than a match for UC Sistef. Listen to the words that I am saying. The legacy is real. You will find that out in due time, provided you're willing to put in the work. Nothing worth having ever comes easy. Exactly. Now you're beginning to understand. Okay, enough discussion. We have got a lot of work to do. To that end, the next stop is the lock. I've had Jazz feed the coordinates into your ship's computer. Since Mathis doesn't have a ship, he's going to ride with me. I'll see you
얘네들도
down there.
같이 가나 보구나.
Don't keep me waiting.
제스퍼 크릭스가 수감되기 전에 무엇을 했는지 중요한가?
I could tell you stories that would last for... When you... Well, if you get back to the key. I am sure you can find some... I think those recordings might give you the history...
가자. 더럭으로.
Need to have Aludra take a look at this kinetic. Recoil's off.
Touching down on a cloud. Your landing skills never cease to impress.
함선 나가기. 옛날에 깜빵이 있던 행성치고는 뭐 없다. 이번에도 좀 허허벌판이네요.
About time you got here.
I told you you were wasting your time, Del.
일이나 하죠.
That is why we're here. And Mathis, I am running things around here, so keep your mouth shut. You got that?
Fine.
All right. Listen up, because I am only going to go through this once. We are here to dig up any info about Grix's legacy. We are not here to scrap for loot. Whatever you pick up, don't think, don't get creative, bring it straight to me.
간단한 일이네.
It's so simple, even a rook like you can't screw it up.
Hold on, no scrapping. How the hell am I supposed to make money around here?
All right, that's enough. If either of you want to fly with the Crimson Fleet, then you need to follow one simple
내
rule.
말은 절대 복종 뭐 이런 거
When
아니야?
you're on a job,
그치?
you do exactly what I say. No questions asked. If that doesn't work for you, just say so, and I will leave you on this ice ball without a ship. You will be dead within hours.
Yeah.
We have a lot of ground to cover between the landing area and the lock, so let's get moving.
입구에서 델가드와 합류하기.
Here we are. The place where Jasper Griggs laid the groundwork for finding the legacy and eventually the Crimson Fleet. The lock.
Yeah. He needs to get this thing open, like, right now. It's freezing out here.
Then crank up your suit heat, Mathis, because it's probably not going to get much
그래?
better once we are inside. All right, let's keep moving.
추우면 핫팩 켜.
Standing out here isn't doing us any good.
얘가 열어주나?
This ID card cost a small fortune. Let's hope it pays off.
과연 원피스가 있을지.
We are in. Let's go.
분위기 살벌하네.
First time I have been inside this part of the lock, so keep your eyes open. See anything unusual, call it out. If it's hostile, take it down. Couldn't be simpler.
How many people did the UC stick down here, Del?
A couple of hundred at least. Might not look like much, but it was better than trying to survive on the surface.
Not much better. Even with the heating on, this place looks like a goddamn dump.
Now you know why the prisoners got fed up and looked to Griggs to lead them out of here.
And that's how the Crimson Fleet began. Yeah, we've all heard the story.
It's not a story, Miles. It's history. Remember that.
해적 주제의
Now,
뿌리를 되게
keep your
중요시 여기네.
mouth shut and your eyes open.
뭐 딱히 시설이랄 것도 없네요. 옛날 여기 교도소 있던 애들 뭐 작업하던 작업장인가? 땅이라도 팠나?
This must be where they registered the prisoners before transferring them to a cell block.
구역 확보.
Could you imagine being stuck under a ton of ice like this for the rest of your life?
Yeah, sure. Must have been awful. Better them than us, though, am I right?
Wait, shut up a second. Did you
벌레
hear
소리.
What?
레벨업 좋아. 빨리 쏴. 아 뜨거. 얘 좀 튼튼한 친구다. 끝.
Must be a nest. I bet these things are crawling all over the place.
Yeah, and their buddies probably heard us firing from about a kilometer away. Hallelujah.
저게 유산인가?
Hey, how about that? Guess you're not so stupid after all.
Well, look at that. One firefight and the two of you become best buddies. Now let's see. Looks like we are inside some sort of prisoner transfer area, but everything is locked down tight. Since you are such good friends, why don't you and Mathis head up to that control room and see if you can get some more of these doors open?
제어실로? 처음 가는데도 길을 알고 있네. 근데 천장이 무너졌다. 이 아래지 지금.
Well, this is just great. The hell we supposed to do now?
마티스 안 보이는데.
Yeah, sure. I've got a
안
few
보이는데,
spare months to
마티스?
cut through all that rock and ice. Let's face it, we're on our own now.
우린 델가도의 명령을 계속 따라야 한다.
Why? Because that's what his loyal little soldiers are supposed to do? The hell with that. I have a better plan. We use this opportunity to take out Delgado.
델가도를
and at the same
죽이자.
time,
갑자기?
make some serious credits for ourselves. We bide our time, and when the moment's right, we hit him. with
계획도
everything
없네
we've got.
딱히.
Even the almighty Delgado won't stand a chance if we work together.
응? 10시야?
Oh, come on. We're just a couple of rooks. When are we ever gonna have a chance like this again? Let's pretend for a second Delgado's correct. Once we get rid of him, we'll dig up the garbage ourselves and sell whatever we find to Neva.
네이버가
We'll be
사줄까?
rolling in credits.
대장을 죽이면?
Oh, fine. You know, for a second there, I was... Now, let's find a way out of it.
우선 이거 시점부터 좀 버그여가지고 이 얼굴이 안 보였죠?
I guess that's one way through.
근처에 몹 있네. 경찰 로봇 모델 A. 총소리가 들리는데. 지금 보니까 전기가 들어오네 여기. 아까 거기잖아. 제어실로 이동.
Use the intercom up there if you can.
경비병.
So the two of you made it, huh? Well, brush the dust off and listen up. We have obviously been cut off, so I need you to do two things. First, I want you to keep looking for a way to open the rest of the doors down here.
얘
Otherwise, I'm
갇혔어?
not going anywhere. And second, try and dig up whatever you can about Jasper Creeks. You both got that?
진짜 죽이려면 죽일 수는 있겠다.
Yeah? You and tell Mathis not to get any bright ideas, or I will gut him myself.
문 열기. 봉쇄 해제?
Attention. Lockdown
메디팩이
mode has
많네요.
been rescinded.
Box right now.
다음엔 데리고
I hope you
다녀야겠다.
found something because I am getting sick and tired of this place.
크릭스의 유산에 대한 정보를 찾았다. 마티스의 도움으로 크릭스의 유산에 대한 정보를 찾았다. 굳이 얘를 지금 어디
I don't
있니?
know. Looks like some kind of a security office or something. It doesn't matter. Did you find anything or not?
찾았지.
I knew it. Everyone said I was out of my mind, but something told me we'd find the answers down here. Looks like I picked the right person for the job.
좋아하네요.
Hey, what the hell? This is bullshit, Delgado.
너 배신하려고 했잖아, 이 배신맨.
Is that Mathis? Tell him to shut up. I will deal with him later.
Whatever.
Okay. Now all we have to do is find the way off of this planet.
방법이 있어?
Here we go. I'm looking at schematics for the lock, and I don't think there's a way to get you back to the surface.
지도가
from
있구나,
there.
저쪽은.
But I can open the outer doors to the shuttle bay and let you fly one of the shuttles down there directly up to the key.
우주선 타고 복귀하라고? 다 같이 합류해서 떠나는 게 좋을 것 같다. 이걸 하면은 쟤 죽일 것 같은데, 저 옆에 있는 우리 마커스가 떠나기 전에 록을 마저 수색하고 싶습니다.
I don't care if you are finished or not. I want that information about Grix's legacy in my hands. After that, you can come back down to Suvorov and...
나중에 다시 오라고?
Let me see. One of these probably opens the door.
Shuttle bay activated. Initiating the icing process.
해빙 절차?
Stand by.
Yup, it's got it. Might
뭐가
take a while,
얼어있나
though.
보네.
Those bay doors have not been opened in almost a century. You have done a hell of a job, Rook. We will talk when you get back to the key.
끝이야? 이 배신맨?
Why the hell did you lie to Delgado about me?
거짓말
You
아니야.
didn't do all this work alone.
너 배신맨이잖아. 말 바꾸지 마. 넌 계속 나한테 델가도 죽이자고 꼬드겼잖아. 그래, 이거.
Hey, come on. I was just looking out for both of us. I could have cut you out of the deal, but I didn't, right? Look, about all that killing Delgado stuff, why don't we just forget about everything that I said? You know,
뭐지?
like it never happened.
아까는 제끼려고 했었는데. 생각해볼게.
Oh, you're gonna be like that, huh? Well, I guess I deserve it. Now, let's get the heck out of here.
과연 얘는 어떻게 처리될까요? 궁금하네요. 진짜 배신할까? 마지막에? 우주 헬멧 메디팩 하나. 뭐야, 뜨겁나? 피가 좀 이상하게 남았다. 뭔 소리야 방금? 오오오오오 보스 하나 있었구나. 어디 얘가 센데? 저 마커스 무기가 좋은데? 왜 리로드 안 해? 들어갔다 땅으로. 빨리 리로드해. 막판 내가 쳐야지. 이거 뭐냐 얘. 여왕 그렐롤라? 근데 미성숙이야. 미성숙인 건 성숙한 버전이 있다는 거 아니야? 문 열린다. 주사기. 2분 동안 체력 20%. 맞는 피. 이거 좋다. 어떻게 먹을 거 없나? 메디팩 하나? 따뜻한 데로 왔나? 원래 우주선 말고 다른 우주선 타보는 건 또 처음이네. 운전까지 하는 건. 무게가 많다고 하는데 뭐 때문에 무거운 거야? 잡템 때문에? 이것도 뭐 질량이 있긴 해요. 물의 배. 빨리 창고가 있으면 좋을 것 같은데. 항균제. 뭐가 있다. 외계 생명체에게 가는 피해 증가. 아니 무거워서 근데 사실 전설급 아니면 좀 그래. 연거야? 3단 도시락. 칠면조 고기 먹기. 침대 자기. 위치가 어디야? 내가 이렇게 온 거잖아 지금, 그치? 운전을 해야 되는데. 응? 왕복선을 타고 이동하기. 그래. 아, 여기 올라가야 되나 보다. 이륙.
There you are. The hell took you so long?
It's about time. I was about to fly down and loot your bodies.
Not now, neighbor. Well, you said you found something. Hand
이게
it over.
중요하죠. 슬레이트 주기. 돈부터 주셔야죠.
Demanding the credits up front.
배움이 빨라.
You're learning, Rook. You are learning. Don't worry. You finish the job and you will get paid.
결론은
First, I need
물건부터
to
만나는
sample the
거잖아.
merchandise.
Translation. Give him what you found before he puts a hole in your chest.
열받게 하면 죽일 수 있어.
That's it? Just one slate? After losing so much of our crew, it better be a map with a big red X on it. Well, I'll be damned. Legacy wasn't referring to Crix's fortune. It's the name of an actual ship. A Galbank transport probably loaded with credits.
Never heard any stories about a Gal Bank ship going down. And even if it had
시간이 꽤
happened,
지났지.
it would have been picked clean years ago.
No, neighbor. Think. If Galbank covered it up, and over time, the location was eventually forgotten, it wouldn't be on anyone's radar. Okay, this changes things. Now that we know what we are looking for, we have to narrow the search.
다른 사람이 이미 레거시를 발견했을 수도.
Because they would be rolling in so much cash, there is no way they could keep it quiet. It's like hitting a jackpot. Not to mention, they'd need someone with Shinya skills to keep the crypto tracing on the currency clean. And as far as Galbank goes, I doubt they would bother. Their bean counters would be too busy weighing the loss versus recovery costs. No, the legacy is out there, just waiting for us to find. I can feel it. Well, that is not necessarily true. Let us start with what we know. It was a Galbank ship, which means the company is going to have records of where it went down.
갤뱅크에서 기록을 찾아야
Hey,
되는
weren't
거야?
you working on a deal with Rokov? Something about a big-wig charity event on one of Trident's
그럼
Starliners?
갤뱅크랑 접촉부터 해야
Are
되는
you
거네.
serious? I've been working on that gig for 3 months. That's my score.
Ay, Dios mío. Will you shut up about your score and think for a second? That Starliner has a Galbank VIP suite aboard, which means... Come on, Neva. This isn't hard.
Which means a Gal Bank exec will be aboard. We grab their credentials and get ourselves into the Gal Bank archives in New Atlantis. Holy shit, that might actually work. I'll send a message to Rokov right away.
Pack your bags, Rook. You're going on vacation.
뭔진 모르겠지만 아무튼 갤뱅크 쪽 사람을 만나서 기록 보관소를 들어간 다음에 그 함선 위치를 찾는다는 거지. 전설총이다. 킬러 하울러. 오. 갤뱅크 기록 보관소에는 뭐가 있냐고? 당연한 거지 뭐. 지금 우리가 찾고 있는 그 우주선, 돈 실린 우주선 위치가 사건이 아마 거기 적혀 있겠지. 그럼 그 근처를 조사하는 거겠죠 아마?
Good, because that is exactly what you are going to be doing. Neva and I are too well known to walk around the Starliner without being recognized. If Trident security spotted us, it'd be over. I need you to board that ship, make contact with Rokov, and get me those credentials.
인증서만 드리면 되는 건가요?
I see what you are getting at, Rook. And don't worry. I will
거기서
ask
돈
the same
훔쳐도
thing.
되냐고 지금 그거 물어본
Just be
거지?
sure to get those credentials. Anything else of value you find on Rokov's star?
오케이.
You know what? I'm gonna leave that entirely up to
협상은
you.
나에게
If you
맡긴다.
think he's come through for us, you can promise him he'll get paid. But if he gets in your way,
죽여도 돼.
then you take him
근데
out.
죽이면은 그 유씨 머시기 거기서 뭐라고 하겠지.
You'd better.
지난번에도 한번
Oh,
좀
before
뭐라고
you
한번
leave,
쿠사리
I
먹었는데.
wanted you to know that I took what you said about Mathis into consideration.
마스티
I decided
쫓아낸대.
to cut him from the fleet.
Honestly, I'm surprised he made it off Suvorov in one piece.
We'll see. That's it then. Next stop for you is Rokov's Starliner, the siren of the stars.
세이론
And
오브 더
remember,
스타.
Rokov does not need to know anything about
크리스
Rich's
유산에 대해서
sons.
알려줄 필요는
For
없음.
now,
Hey, Rook, before you head out, I need to have a word with you. Meet me at the last Nova after you wrap things up with Mathis.
술집이었죠 여기 밑에 있는.
Hey, I want to talk to you.
화났다.
Thanks to you, Delgado's cutting me from the fleet. Well, you know what? You better get your own fleet, because I'm coming after you.
지금 죽이면 되잖아. 델가도를 죽이려고 했던 음모를 일러바치는 게 나았으려나. 그래.
Oh, I see. You think you're some kind of big shot, is that it? Gonna show poor Mathis a little mercy now that you're Delgado's best buddy, yeah? Well, guess what? Your generosity is getting me kicked off the key.
지금 죽이면 되지 않아, 내가?
You better watch your back. No, I'm not gonna try and talk you into handing me over all your hard-earned credits. I'm gonna take them off your smoldering corpse. Now get the hell out of me way!
못 죽여?
Turning on the fleet?
뭐야, 마티스 적이잖아, 이제. 안 돼? 아니, 어차피 적인데, 이제. 굳이 여기서 살릴 필요가 있나 해서 어차피 얘 이제 쫓겨났으니까. 죽이려고 했던 건데. 거참. 아직은 동료 취급이네요.
I want to talk to you. Thanks to you.
최선을 다하라고.
Oh, I will. Now get the hell out of me.
갑자기 전투가 걸려.
Seeing anyone right now? Patience.
생각보다 의리가 있는 녀석들이었네.
Wrap your business up with Mathis, then we'll
We haven't
talk.
decided.
There you are. All right, look. I've been lining up a score with that asshole Rokov on the Siren of the Stars for months. I'm not about to let a payday slip through my fingers. So guess what? You're gonna finish the job for me.
신입한테 너무 많은 걸 맡긴다 얘네는. 무슨 말을 하는 건지 알려주면 감사하겠습니다.
I'm about to tell you, so shut up and listen. Rokov's been tipping me off about some kind of bullshit charity event
자선 행사에
that
대한
the Simon
정보를
of the Stars is
알려줬다.
hosting. At the event, they're gonna give away something called the Earth Savior Award, which is worth
지구
tens
구세주상.
of thousands of credits. So it's simple. While you're on the siren, swiping those gal-bait
아,
credentials,
별거 아니네.
I want you to grab that award and bring it to me.
그러게 상 하나가 왜 이렇게 비싸? 뭐 금도금으로 뭐 이렇게 금이야 다 순수 금?
From the pictures I've seen, the award
Blue
is set
dye,
with 12 blue diamonds and covered in gold filigree. If I get Jazz to take it apart, I can turn it into a hell of a lot of cash. And best of all, the components become untraceable. And I'd prefer to have the money that award's worth in my account. So you're just gonna have to deal with it. Look, you can make all the jokes and excuses you want. But if you don't come back with the ES award,
결론은
I'm gonna
답정너긴
deduct it
하구나.
from your pay.
뭘 골라도?
Either way, I get my money. How much you walk away with is in your own hands. Got it?
까리.
Then it's settled. All right, Rook, we're done here.
내 물건이래.
Get your ass.
왜 다들 저를 계속 신참이라고 부릅니까?
Because that's exactly what you are. A rookie.
그런
A
신참한테
new
계속
fresh
일을
new.
나한테 짬 처리하는 건
Beneath all
뭐야?
of that inexperience, I'm sure you have an actual name. But honestly, no one gives a damn. So get used to hearing that word. Until you earn your stripes, you're a rook to everyone in the fleet. We'll talk later.
별거 없는데 사실. 이제 여기서 그 겔뱅크 사람이랑 접선하는 도킹해야지. 그 스타트랙 그 리메이크 버전에 나오는 그 귀 뾰족한 애가 제가 옛날에 봤던 미국 드라마 그 빌런으로 나왔던 친구여가지고 되게 좀 그래서 보게 된 거였는데 사실.
About time you showed up. All right, I want to know what's going
얘가
on.
로코프구나.
I've been trying to get Delgado's attention for, I don't know, 3 years now. And what do I get? Nothing but radio silence. Then out of nowhere, just when Neva and I are closing in on a huge score of our own, Delgado orders me to help you out.
델가도의 명령을 따를 뿐이야. 델가도가 당신까지 일에 끼워준 것만으로도 고마워야 될 거야. 그러게, 얘는 소속이 아니야?
Because the only way to achieve a win is by agreeing to play the game in the first place. Worst case scenario, I don't make the fleet, but I end up a couple thousand credits richer.
아,
That's
얘도
almost a
뿌락치 같은
win-win,
건가?
don't you think?
크림슨함대 해적에서 여기에 잠입으로 시킨 뭐 그런 인물인가?
Yeah, I figured you'd say something like that. Just another one of Delgado's loyal little soldiers, huh? Fine, have it your way. So Neva's message said you were here for Dombrowski. Was that all she sent you here to do? Or was there something else you were sent here
얘도
to
뭐라? 야,
steal?
그치. 얘가 그거죠. 그 원래는 그 아까 그 걔 이름 뭐였어? 그 여자 사령관 걔랑 얘랑 둘이서 여기서 작업치고 있었다고 했잖아. 그걸 이제 중간에 델가도라는 그 두목이 지금 그 유산 때문에 지금 여기 지금 온 건데. 아니 뿌락치 자주 쓰는 단어 아닌가? 뿌락치 말고는 뭐 쓰지? 스파이? 근데 스파이는 뭔가 입에 잘 안 붙잖아. 그 느낌이 그 약간 같은 뜻이어도 전해지는 그 약간 그 뉘앙스가 좀 뭔가 다르잖아. 뭔가 스파이 하면은 아니 뭔가 좀 달라. 아무튼 스파이랑 뿌락치랑은 조금 뭔가 느낌이 달라. 집정 네이버에게 물어보지 그래. 내가 여기 온 이유는 그것뿐이야. 네이버가 이거죠. 이거.
Oh, really? Did she now? I can't believe she's trying to cut me out of this deal. Without me, the award never would have ended up here in the first place.
얘가 자기를 따돌린 거라고 하네요. 요샌 잘 안 써. 네이버와 처음에 짰던 계획은 뭐였니?
I spent months manipulating the Terran Preservation Society to hosting their gala affair aboard the Siren of the Stars.
얘가 여기에 파티를 만드는 것까지 작업을 친 거구나.
That the award was aboard the ship. Neva said she'd do the rest.
얘가 판 깔아주면 네이버가 훔치는 게 얘네
I assumed she'd
계획이었네.
be tagging along to steal the award. But looks
근데
like
네이버가 훔치러 올 줄 알았는데
she
내가
said
대신
you in
왔다.
her place. She told you to hold that over my head, did she? Oh, that witch. Fine, I'll help. But you're doing all the legwork, and I'm still taking my cut of the payout.
누가 준대?
Anyway, we'll get to that later. First, we have a much bigger fish to fry. So why are you targeting a Gaul bank?
얘 모르지 아직 레거시.
Not
그
exactly
유사한
the
이야기
average
모르잖아.
Crimson Fleet prey.
그리고 델가드도 말하지
Why the
말라고 했거든.
interest?
궁금해하는 건 자유지만 그 이상 정보는 줄 수 없어. 이걸 말하지 말라고 했죠. 갤뱅크 이건 아니. 이건 괜찮지. 이것까진 괜찮아.
His credentials. So you're hitting the Gaul Bank branch in New Atlantis. Nice score, very lucrative and very dangerous. If you're going after a gold mine like that, I'll want to come along for the ride. Or you're not getting near Dombrowski.
난 델가드 대장을 대신해서 말할 수 없어. 그래.
You're insulting my intelligence. Delgado wouldn't send you all the way out here without specifically telling you what you're allowed to offer.
얘 죽여도 된다고는 들은 것 같은데.
I'll tell you what, though. I'm gonna make this extremely inexpensive for you. In fact, you don't have to offer me a single credit. I don't want money. I want back into the Crimson Fleet.
되게 소박한데?
It's as
다시 일적으로
simple
돌아오고
as
싶다고?
that.
지금 당신은 요구할 수 있는 입장이 아니야. 이건 뭐 크게 뭐 돈 들어가는 것도 아니고. 그래 말은 해줄게.
That's a disturbing way to put it. But I suppose
이게 가장
that's the best
현실적이지.
offer I'm gonna get, so
내가
I'll take
뭐
it.
합류시켜줄게라고 해도 대장이 안 된다면 뭐 어떻게 할 건데.
Full-timer aboard the Siren of the Stars. Probably spends more time cruising the space lanes than actually working.
돈이 많은
Fortunately,
친구인가 보네.
the Siren is hosting the Terran Preservation Society charity gala. Larry won't be able to resist showing off his VIP clout. To get what you need, you're gonna have to attend the gala, talk to his fellow philanthropists, and dig up some dirt.
디너 행사용 정장은 안 가졌어. 단골 승객이라고. 일은 내가 다 하고 당신은 손가락 하나 안 한다. 그런 건 다 모르겠고 바로 덤블스키에게 말하러 가겠어.
You knew at this or something. Come on, think.
사전 작업이
You
필요해.
don't hold anything over the guy's head. He's not going to budge. He's stubborn, he's rich, and he's a huge pain in the ass. This card will allow you to access the Starview Ballroom. If you need my help, I'll be.
그러니까 우선 파티에 들어가서 좀 친해지라는 건가?
Head inside and mingle with the crowd.
나오네.
No one likes Dombrowski, so they'll be more than happy to share his dirty secrets.
정보 수집하라고. 나는 사람들이랑 잘 어울리지 못해. 실제로 내 캐릭터 그 특성 중에 하나가 내향적 성향인데.
He's a VIP executive, which means he either worked really, really hard,
피땀 눈물이
his
갑자기
blood,
여기서.
sweat and tears to make the arduous climb to the top, or he backstabbed, lied, cheated, and betrayed his way up the corporate ladder. From what I've heard, it's the second option. Now you're speaking my language. Oh, there's one last thing. Trident equips all of their starliners with the
음향 위협
latest
탐지
acoustic
장치를
threat
탑재했다.
detection,
무슨 말이야 이건?
meaning that you lose patience and kill anyone aboard the ship. Security
아,
will
죽이지
prevent it, and all hell will
말라고.
break loose. Anyway, I suppose that's enough to get you started. Good luck.
선택. 구세주상이 어딘지 알아내기. 덤블로스키를 죽이기. 근데 죽이면 안 된다고 했잖아.
Oh, and while you're at the gala, avoid the canapes.
카나페는 냉동이야? 뭐든 먹고 싶은데. 후원에게 물어보기. 지구상이 어디 있는지 알아내기.
Listen.
어떻게 올라가?
Can't hear the engines, can you? You're not going to find better tools.
Captain Rokov is one of the most easygoing CEOs I've ever worked under.
후원자들에게
This is one of
물어보기.
Trident's top-of-the-line vessels. Hell of a ship, isn't it?
나 지금 해적 복장인데 복장 괜찮나? 정장 하나 주나 혹시? 여기는 그거네 아까 카나페. 뭐 이런 건 좀 먹자.
Hey, not so fast.
If you want to dine at Captain Rokov's table during dinner service, it's only an additional 5,000.
걔 선장이구나 로코프. 그냥 먹으면 안 되는 거야 여기는 건? 비켜봐. 스타뷰 출입증 있어요. 있구나. 왜 이래? 왜 나 뭐 문제 있어? 음식 먹었다고? 나 어이가 없네. 아까 그거 한번 주워 먹어가지고 지금 문제 생긴 거야? 와, 어이가 없네. 와, 아니 그거 음식 하나 주워 먹었다고. 야, 얘 아까 그 여자인 직원이어가지고 상관이 없었나 보구나. 이거 아까 주워 먹어서. 그러네. 여기 오른쪽에 뜨네. 저거 뭐 가져가면 절도라고. 어이가 없네. 가자 이제.
Don't forget to keep your Starview pass handy at all times, or you won't have access to the ballroom.
나는 왜 근데 일상복이 아니냐? 우주복이냐? 이거 먹어도 되지 이거는 이제. 이것도 먹으면 안 돼. 이거 먹으면 절도래. 이거 뭐야? 이거 들어왔는데 냉동 카나페 먹어도 되는 거야 그러면?
Pleasure. So, what brings you
여기
aboard?
있다. 먹으면 안 된대. 어이씨 맛있게
The
생겼네
society chair has really outdone herself this time.
이거. 이제 얼로 가야 돼.
What a lovely starliner.
여기 왠지 그 폴아웃에 있는 볼트 그 내부 같아 약간 느낌이. 좀 잘 사는 볼트.
What is it now? Claudia Swift is a low-level employee. at
벨뱅크의
Goldbank.
말단
Barely holds a
직원.
decent security rating there, so there's not much to tell. Her cabin was paid for by Dombrowski, and she's been hovering near him ever since they boarded the Siren. Normally that wouldn't raise any eyebrows, but the fact that Dombrowski's married to
아무리
someone
미국이라도 약간
that
이런
changes
거에는
people's
눈치가 있나 보네요.
perception
불륜
just a little
관련해서는.
bit.
왜 흔히 말해서 막 미국식 인간관계 그런 거 있잖아. 되게 막 한국에서는 상상할 수 없는 되게 쿨한 관계. 뭐 예를 들어서 뭐 전부인과 뭐 현부인이 같이 뭐 이렇게 같이 뭐 만난다든지 뭐 그런 느낌으로.
As long as you remember that I'm getting paid my cut, I'll help you with anything you want. What's the status of your plan?
뒤에 들어가야 되는데.
Damn, that makes things more complicated. Okay.
새로운 협력
Don't
관계
bother
추가됨.
talking with the ship's purser. Without a claim ID, you'll never get to the award. There's no way around it. You're gonna have to get the ID off of Sheila. Here, give her this.
이걸 신라한테
I'm
주라고.
certain it will help. And if you're thinking of pulling the trigger on poor Miss Holbrook, remember that any gunfire is gonna set off the ship's alarms.
죽이지 말라고 계속. 총만 안 쓰면 되는 거면은 칼로 죽여도 되나? 얘한테 뭐 보여주라고
Must you
하는데.
continue these unwelcome interruptions? I'm a very busy woman.
지구상의 확인증이 필요합니다.
Excuse me? And why in goodness name would I do something as foolish as that?
설득이 있네요.
And why in goodness name would I possibly agree to that ridiculous
성공할까?
demand?
와, 이거 많이 해야 되네. 6칸? 결국엔 말하게 될 거야. 시간 아끼고 지금 말하는 게 어때? 분명 이를 원만하게를 있다. 둘 다 만족하며 자리를 떠날 해법을 찾을. 이거.
I hear you.
이 문제를 돌파할 방법이 있을 거다. 이제 말이 좀 통하는군요.
I'm trying to be reasonable here.
한 번만 턴수가 있구나. 근데 됐다.
Need to
운이
think
좋았나?
about it. Oh, just take the damn thing already. Listen, maybe you can keep this between us. If the award goes missing, there's no need for the insurance company to get involved.
들어가면 되는 거야? 덕분에 설득이 올랐네요. 설득 성공률 증가.
If you have any specific requests, please speak to one of the cruise attendants.
어차피 시상식이 며칠 뒤라고 하니까 지금 훔쳐도 바로 걸리진 않을 거잖아. 클라우디아 스위스트와 대화하기. 금고 먼저 갔다가 여기야? 열기. 쉽네. 그래도 이왕 왔는데 다른 것도 훔쳐가자. 근데 괜히 훔쳤다가 여기 사람이 있구나. 사람이 있네. 사람이 있구나. 이거 근데 어떡하냐 이거? 제가 보고 있는데 대놓고 가져가면 좀 그렇지 않나? 세이브 한번 하자 우선. 혹시 모르니. 이건 훔쳐도 뭐 문제 없네. 오케이. 여기가 그 불륜녀 위치? 여기 있다. 남자 아니야?
Sorry, do I know you?
그 순간 옆모습이 남자인 줄 알았는데. 둘이 잠시 대화를 나눈다고 해서 나쁠 건 없잖아.
Okay, wait, are you seriously... are you trying to pick me up? Look, I appreciate the compliment, but I'm already seeing someone. And my partner doesn't like competition. He gets very jealous.
덤브루스키와 당신 사이는 알고 있어.
Oh my god. Are you kidding me? How did you... That idiot.
왜?
I told Larry to keep his big mouth shut, but did he listen? No. He had to impress his friends and treat me like a trophy. Look, I've been in this business for a long time, and I know how this game works. So let's skip all the banter and get it over
소문이
with.
퍼지면 안 되는 걸 얘도 알고
What's it gonna take to
있으니까.
make us both happy?
내가 뭔가 얘한테 얻어낼 수 있다는 거잖아. 당신의 갤뱅크 인증서를 넘길 수 있겠나? 얘 건 필요 없잖아 사실. 근데 투잡한 사실을 말해줘. 2,500원?
If I give you dirt on that son of a bitch Dombrowski, all I'm doing is endangering myself. Why would I do that?
자, 여기서 근데 못 먹는구나. 내가 지금 뭘 하려고 했냐면은 설득 이거 나왔을 때 물약 중에 설득 확률 올라가는 게 있었거든. 그거 먹으면 좋겠다 하고 지금 말을 건 건데 이미 설득이 들어간 상태에서는 아예 그게 안 뜨네요, 메뉴가. 그럼 설득이 있을 줄 알고 미리 예측을 하고 먹고 들어가야 한다는 거네. 좀 그러네 이거는 시스템이. 어차피 정보는 어떻게 해서든 알아낼 거야. 지금 말하는 게 좋을걸? 네 평판을 크게 해줄 수 있는 정보를 가지고 있어.
Threats are useless on me. I've heard it all.
자동 설득이 있긴 한데 여차하면 써야 되나? 4-2지 4-2. 자동 설득 가자 그냥.
Oh, damn it all to hell. You're one of the authorities? Then I'm already sunk. Alright, you've made your point. You know, this whole thing really pisses me off. Larry and I had the perfect scheme worth thousands of credits all worked out, and then he goes and flushes the whole thing down the toilet.
계획이 뭐지? 그 남자가 그렇게 싫으면서 왜 방금 전까지 남자를 감싸려고 했냐? 뭐 돈 뜯으려고 그런 거겠죠?
Yeah, I'm getting to that. Larry got together with myself and this other guy, Gabriel Vera. He's some bigwig over at UC Security. I doctored the transactions, Larry wiped them off the system, and Vera kept the legal pressure off of us. We were scamming Galbank for months. It was going well until I discovered Larry was cheating everyone by changing each transaction in his favor before deleting them.
레리라는 그 정보를 변경해야 되는 그 위치에 있는 애가 뭔가 좀 얘네한테 좀 애매하게 바꿨나? 예를 들어서 그 3명의 정보를 다 바꿔야 되는데 자기만 바꾸고 얘네 거 안 바꾼다든지 복수 이야기가 나온 거 보니까 레리의 약점을 잡는 데 쓸만한 증거를 보여줘. 왜 레리에게 따지지 않았니?
I was going to confront him back on Jemison, but then he invited me on this little trip through the stars. All expenses paid, first-class accommodations, the works. I figured, why not wait until I've milked him for every credit he's spending before I drop the hammer? I wish I had some.
약점이
Maybe you
없어?
should try talking to Gabriel Vera. He should be around here somewhere.
아까 지나오다 봤죠?
If he
가브리엘
doesn't want to
베라.
cooperate, just mention my name. That should grab his attention. Good luck. You're gonna need
다시
it.
가야 되네 거기. 당신은 갤뱅크 횡령 임무에서 무슨 역할을 맡았니?
I wrote a computer algorithm that basically creates a randomized
가짜
number
유령
of
크레딧을
false
무작위
ghost
숫자로
credits
생성하는
that
컴퓨터
mimic
알고리즘을
the crypto
만들었다.
key of actual credits. Then the algorithm simply passes the ghost credits to whatever legit transfers that the bank transacts. The genuine
가짜 돈을
credits enter
만든다는
a
거지
dummy
이게
account.
일종의
The
위조
best
지폐
part
같은
is
얘는.
that I also alter the crypto keys as the real cash flows into our accounts. By the time it lands in our pockets, the creds are clean. So, on paper, it appears that all of the bank's transactions are covered, when it's really just our ghosted dummy creds. Genius, right?
이게 데이터화된 세상에서도 위조 지폐가 가능하다는 걸 약간 간접적으로 느낄 수 있는 거네요. 갤뱅크 횡령 음모의 덤브로스키와 베라의 역할은 뭐였지? 이거 아까 듣지 않았나? 베라는 전사 뭐 처리한 거 뭐 지워주는 역할 뭐 그런 거였고 뭐 바꾸는 거. 그다음에 덤브로스키는 UC의 무슨 경비대 애들을 이렇게 설득해서 공권력 개입 막는 거 그거였지.
What, are you writing a damn novel? Vera works for UC Security.
아, 베라가 경비대야?
So he kept a lookout on their comnet for any Galbank chatter. I guess you could call him our early warning system. And Dombrowski made sure that all of the crypto manipulation I was working
그러네요.
on
서로
didn't
내가
turn
반대로
up
알고
in
있었네.
Galbank's automatic audits. You need top clearance for that kind of access, so we had to cut him in. Whether we liked it.
뭐 됐고. 갑시다.
I hope you hurt Dombrowski. Nail his ass right to the wall.
It's time you stop playing games and tell me
눈치가
why
빠르네요.
you're here.
크림슨함대. 덤브로스키는 크림슨함대가 원하는 것을 가지고 있음. 이건 너무 대놓고 얘기하는 거고. 성계 방위군을 위해 잠입 수사 중이다. 덤브로스키에 관한 당신의 근데 이러면 사실 얘도 지금 범죄자니까 안 될 것 같고 좀 그렇고. 어떻게 가야 돼? 일로 가야 되나?
I always took him for a fool, but I can't believe he's stupid enough to have gotten mixed up with the Crimson Fleet. Still, why would I possibly want to incriminate myself by handing over any evidence?
클라우디가 말하기를 덤브로스키 때문에 갤뱅크의 횡령한 돈을 제대로 못 받았다고 하더군. 아.
Claudia said that. You sure? Damn it. That means my money's already gone. And Dombrowski's going to walk away with a fortune. I'm not gonna lie to you, I don't want to end up on the Crimson Fleet shit list. But if I give you that information and it falls into the wrong hands, I'll end up in jail. This is a
어떻게 해줘야 되나?
lose-lose situation for me.
애초에 덤브로스키에게 액수 조정을 맡긴 거지 왜? 서로 거래하기 전에
Dombrowski had the authorization to wipe out records on Galbank's system without raising any red flags.
그냥 권한을 가지고 있구나. 그런
I let
권한을.
Claudia talk me into that. She said she had him wrapped around her finger. Apparently, she was wrong.
공격하면 안 되는데. 2,500원?
Oh, I've got everything you're gonna need. This is a one-stop shop for you. We're talking a slate loaded with dates, account numbers, ID scans, even an audio recording. It was my little insurance policy in case the shit hit the fan. There's a solid enough trail here to send Dombrowski straight to jail.
돈 주고 사야겠네요, 이건.
At least I walk away with something. All right, you have yourself a deal. Here, with this slate and this recording to tie it all together, you'll be able to nail his ass to the wall. He'll do whatever you
이걸
want.
가지고 가서 인증서를 받아야
Just
되는
remember
거잖아.
that you promised to leave me out of it.
크림슨함대에 입대할 생각 없나?
Just because I'm helping you nail Dombrowski doesn't mean I'm turning my back on UC security.
한번 찔러본
How
거야.
else am I going to ensure that he ends up behind bars when all this comes crashing down? No. You can leave me out of your merry little band of pirates. Thank you very much.
그러다.
You better tell Dombrowski to run.
가봅시다 이제. 처음 만나는 건데 이제. 덤브로스키는.
Our
느낌이
security
2층인데.
team would appreciate if you'd please shelter in your cabin during this emergency. Thank you.
어디야 위치가?
This ship is in a state of emergency. Please return to your cabin.
뭔가 아닌 것 같은데 여기는? 그치 딱 봐도. 어디로 빠지는 거야 길이? 이 빨간색은 뭔가 아닌데.
There's no cause for alarm. I'm sure this is just a minor malfunction.
VVIP니까 뭔가 더 좋은 방이 있을 것 같기도 한데. 이 방인가? 알겠다.
Well, well.
머리카락 봐라.
You must be the one who's been accosting Claudia and Gabriel.
다 보고 있었구나.
I'm uncertain what you hope to accomplish here, but it appears we should rapidly enter
눈치도
into
빨라.
some sort of negotiation.
협상하자고.
Excellent, excellent. So, before we begin, let's review the facts. First, it's clear that you've obtained insider knowledge of my
지입으로
arrangement
다
to
말하네.
defraud Galbank. The means and the method, perhaps, but not the motive. And second, I'm going to hypothesize that my compatriots are despondent regarding their share.
두 번째 가설도 맞아
that
사실.
assisted you with this endeavor. Since we're speaking and I'm not at the reporting end of a bullet, this leads me to conclude that you desire something.
이 정도는 돼야 화이트 칼라 범죄 저지르는구나.
I pride myself on having an intensely thorough education, though I'd hardly call myself a professor. Though I'm sure that your compliment also meant you were having trouble understanding what I've been
아니 이해는
saying.
됐어.
In blunt terms, you have compromising materials about me in your possession. The only thing I have to
갤뱅크
offer in
인증서까지 알고
return
있네.
are my Galbank credentials. I assume that's what you've been angling for all along.
정답이야.
Splendid. It appears we've reached an accord. Wait, I'm sorry. Let me simplify that for you. It sounds like we have a deal. Oh, of course, I trust you'll understand if I ask for us to avoid any further contact. Now, if you'll excuse me, I need to formulate how I'm going to utterly ruin two very
뭐 얘네
annoying
일은 얘네가
business
알아서 처리하고
associates.
나는 받을 거면
Good
받고
day.
가면 되죠. 인증서 받은 거야? 그러네. 이제 로코프에게 돌아가기. 쟤 됐고 이제 함선으로 돌아가면 되는 것 같은데.
Siren of the Stars is now in emergency status. Please remain calm.
Well, looks like everything worked out.
훔칠 것도 다
Just
훔쳤고.
like we planned. I wish you hadn't blown away the gambling debt that Sandino owed me. But hey, you got the job done.
원하는 건 손에 나왔어.
I'm glad one of us did. I'm just hoping you'll put in a good word for me with Delgado.
그렇게.
Otherwise, I've risked my career for nothing. You know, I'm still wondering exactly what you needed those
말하지 말라고
credentials
했는데.
for. You feel like telling me, partner?
표정이 되게 음흉해서 말해주기 싫은데. 말해주고 싶지만 그랬다간 델가도에게 죽을 거야.
Ah, so he told you to keep it from me. I see. I wouldn't want you to risk your position with the fleet like I did.
아,
so
그래도 뭐
I'll
깔끔하게
just
포기해
leave
주네요.
it alone. Anyway, I suppose there's nothing stopping me from rejoining the fleet now. I owe you one, Doverbeach. Nonsense.
빨리 가자
There's
이제.
one universal constant you can depend on. It's that Yevgeny Rokov always makes good on his deals. Always. Well, I suppose this is where we part company. Hopefully the next time we meet, we'll be aboard the Key.
뉴 아틀란티스로 갑자기? 여기다. 여기까지 합시다. 지금 벌써 33분이네요. 시간이 많이 갔네. 저장합시다. 저장하고 입으로 넘어가도록 하죠.